What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Sad Boy Slaps, and in today's video we are actually going to be doing a deck profile on the new air deck, which I've been super excited. It is not the starter deck, this is a deck made card by card. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. If you like the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification to stay up to date on all of my content. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, and in today's video, we are going to be going over the Cloud Fury Elemental deck. That's what we'll call it for now. Honestly, this deck, I'm pretty sure is going to be meta, if not, like an anti-meta at least. This deck really doesn't have anything that can compete with it unless they have Magic Ward. Because this deck will just remove everything. Super control based, super fun, honestly. I had a lot of fun playing with this deck. A little bit of backstory, I pulled 2 Cloud Fury Elementals, so I was like, we'll make a deck. And yeah, this deck went 6-0. In testing, it only lost in a separate game when I was playtesting my water ice mages, but I don't know how consistent that was because I just like did not draw mana for this deck. Or essence, not mana. But yeah, let's get into the profile. First of all, we run our 11 copies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you do want to run this deck at like a 45 card deck, I always do recommend running like 13 aura, so I'll throw in 1 more aura, and then you have some cards to play with to make it to 45. Or 2 more aura, because this is 11, sorry. For our 1-drops, we run 4 of the Hawk. I would run it at 5. This card is very, very good, but the only problem is space. I'd rather have more spells. What we use the Hawk for is, let's say our opponent has a 1-1 on the field, and we don't have any spells, or we have spells that do too much damage, we don't want to waste our 1-1. We'll just crash our Hawk into their Beastie because he does have haste. Another cool effect of him is on summon, you get to roll dice. I think if it's evens... Let me see. Oh, if it's a 1 or a 6, the next spell we play does 1 damage. So that's pretty cool. 1 extra damage. Next is my favorite monster besides the actual boss himself. This is really, really good. This card came in clutch. I do wish this was a 3 of, but I do understand why it's a 2 of. It has Magic Ward, so it's protected in the mirror match. You can exhaust it and pay 2 air essence, deal 3 damage to target creature or player. The reason why this is good, I'll give you an example. I was going against the fire deck, and every time they lose 1 life, you lose 1 life. So to get over that, you have to deal more than 1 damage, otherwise you're just going to keep losing, and it's going to snowball pretty bad. This does 3 damage, so you will take 1 damage, but you're doing 2 extra damage to them just to get a little head start on them. If you're not playing fire, this is just going to make the match go quicker. I would recommend attacking your opponent, but if they have an annoying 3 or lower, I would use it on that. So our 2 copies. We run 1 copy of her. I would run more, but this is just a spell slinging deck, not a monster based deck. So I don't have too much beast creatures. I just have my Hawk and I think my Griffin, which you'll see soon. This card, I would bump this up to 2. I only have 1, sadly, so if you guys have any extras, hit me up, and I will be happy to trade for that. Also, another thing is, my next couple opening videos, the audio did get corrupted, so I'm probably just gonna upload them with music and speed times 2. Sorry about that. I wish the audio wasn't corrupted because I had some pretty good conversations, but yeah. We're running one of these guys because we only have one. Another thing I forgot to mention about Zephyr Guardian is whenever your air monsters do attack, you roll a 6-sided die, and if it is evens, you give him extra health until the end of the next turn, which is really good, which is why I would prefer him over Griffin. Other than that, they're the same. Here's Griffin, a 5-drop 4/4, kind of the same as him. They both have aerial, but this one, if you do have a Griffin out, other griffins, other sky beasts you control gain haste, which would make a creature build go faster, and this card would have more value, I feel. So we run 2 griffins, and now the heart and the soul of the deck, Cloud Fairy Elemental. I cannot believe that this is a 2-of. That is insane. This card has so much value. Out of the 6 games I played, I did manage to pull this out every game and twice per game in some games, which is just insane. But when he's whenever we play spells, oh no, we may play spells from our grave, but when we do, we banish them. And that is just broken, because once we run out of fuel, we get this guy out, boom, we're all fueled up again. Again, another thing I do love about this is there's like 3 or 4 ways to build every deck, so there's going to be a lot of fun deck building content, and I'll try to do budget builds. 3 Arcane Bolt, pretty standard in every deck. You do 1 damage to your opponent, you draw a card, or you can do 1 damage to your opponent's creature. I would recommend just doing 1 to your opponent and getting that draw. We run 5 Lightning Bolts. I would run it at 6, but space. Lightning Bolt just does 1 damage to opponent's creature, and then after that they cannot attack, so if they have something big, they can't attack until their next turn, which is really good. Spell Slash, I really like this one because it does 2 damage, and the second spell, if this is the second spell, it does an extra damage. So if we play this, then this, we can do 4 damage in total, because this would do 3 and this would do 1. Counterspell, I run it at 2. The starter decks only give you 1 of these. You can get these from a pack, or just get 2 of the starter decks to get some of the extra cards you do need from the starter decks. Storm Surge, I played it at 4. This is the best spell. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is the best spell in the deck. This is basically like your Jin. It does 3 damage. Let me try to read this real fast. Get it at an angle. Deal 3 damage to creature or player. If you have invoked 3 or more spells this turn, this does an additional 1 damage. You would have to combo with this, so you'd have to play 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, any of these combos, and this does an extra 1 damage, so do 4. Really, really good. Like I said, in the Fire Mirror match, you want to always use this on your opponent just to get that extra damage. You get this guy out, you have 8 copies of this, basically, if they're in the grave. And then, pretty standard, you want to run this in every deck. If you don't have any cards, you draw 5, and if not, you pay 3, ditch your hand, and draw 7. Being able to play this from the grave was absolutely insane. Like, I don't understand. This deck is insane. I am gonna be getting a couple more, what is it, Arcane Rare? Yeah, Arcane Rare. I almost have all of the Arcane Rares. I am just missing the fish, so if you do have one, please let me know. I am willing to trade. And yeah, no, this is the deck. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I will try to have gameplay with this out soon, but right now I'm going to be doing a little bit more deck profiles, and then we'll get into gameplay, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.